very versatile shoes for your daily trainer, long run, or even a tempo run. Very lightweight, breathable. This is Hoka Rincon 3.
Let me go, there's no doubt. Gotta get out of this small town. You took my heart from me, now you're everywhere I see. Set me free, let me fly. Let me find new kinds of highs. We're just wasting here, waiting for another year. We both know the score. We've been here once before. So many words unspoken. You took my heart, it's already broken.
Hey everyone, my name is Rishi. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be bringing more of the videos like this kind, reviewing about the product, reviewing about the sports related details, informations. I bought these shoes about a month ago, and so far I have done about a little more than 200 kilometers on these shoes. This video I'm going to share what are my experiences about these shoes for past 200 kilometers that I have done. And at the end of this video, I will be answering some of the questions that you have asked on my previous unboxing video about these shoes. So stay tuned until the end. I will be answering all those questions. Before I move on to discuss more about these shoes, let me share with you some of the aspects of these shoes. Okay, this is Rincon 3, very lightweight shoes for my size 7.5. It's 194 grams only. If the size is about 8.5, I think it's about 215 grams. The upper is a sandwich mesh, early stage Meta Rocker midsole, and the newly redesigned outer sole. Very breathable shoes, very lightweight, 194 grams for this 7.5. Very comfortable when you are on the road for your daily training, tempo run, or long distance run. It really holds well on all your runnings. I bought this pair of shoes on 1st of August. Have run on this about slightly more than 200 kilometers. So I thought it's the time for me to do a quick review about these shoes, how it went for that 200 kilometers, how about my short runs, tempo runs, and even a long distance run. So there are certain things I really like about these shoes, and there are some of the things it could have been better. So let me share with you what are those things that could have been better, or what is good about these shoes. Firstly, the upper build of these shoes, which is a sandwich mesh. It is relatively breathable shoes compared to the Rincon 2. I could feel that the breathability is fairly good with the cut out on the side as well as on the front. It's okay when you are on a short distance running where you do not perspire much, but if you go into a longer distance where you perspire a lot, even though it's fairly breathable, but I could feel that the sweat stuck over here, and it really does not help much with this much of a breathability. It could be because of the sandwich mesh as well, because it's quite thick in a sense, and the ear penetration is not that good enough. So the upper is something it could have been better. For the midsole, it's early stage Meta Rocker Eva midsole. So this is one of the best midsole I ever run with. I never had a problem with running on these midsoles, never felt bad after the run. Not too much of a tired, I could recover very fast and never felt pain on my legs or anything. So with the 5 mm drop, when you want to propel, when you want to pick up the speed, it really helps. Even I did about 24 kilometers on one of the run, and I could still feel good even after the run. And someone asked me whether the midsole would go flat after running about 150 kilometers. To be honest, I didn't really felt about that. I do not know whether if it's the case for the others, but for me actually there was no issues about it. I have already run over 200 kilometers on these shoes, so there is no any issues about if this goes flat or if there is any other issues with the midsole. So overall the midsole is quite okay. It's very nice for me and no issues at all. Alright, for the outer sole, the rubber is placed where your foot would be landing, so it's well placed from the one side of the shoes to the other side, so you can really see it's placed all the areas where the foot would be landing. That also even for the back of the shoes, the heel side of the shoes as well, you can see the rubbers are placed well, and these rubbers are also slightly better than a Rincon 2, where you can really feel the grip when you are running, so it doesn't slip at all, and it does not really feel heavy even. So the outer sole is well made and it's more enhanced compared to the Rincon 2. Now about the heel cup. The heel cup as well, it's well built. You really feel snug when you slide your feet into it, and when you go on a run you don't really feel that the heel is shifting left to the right, and I can really feel that it really holds up and no issues about the heel or the heel cup as well. Okay, about the build quality of these shoes. For Rincon 2 I ran about close to 900 kilometers. That shoes was built very well, and with the further enhancement from the Rincon 2 to Rincon 3, I guess this shoes gonna hold even further than 900 kilometer. That's what I could feel it. So the build quality, it should last longer than what I have had the initial feeling about it. So overall this is really a good shoes for your daily run, for your long distance running, if you are just starting to run, or if you are already a seasoned runners. Hoka Rincon 3 is really good shoes. Okay, the final verdict about these shoes. For my personal opinion, this is a very good shoes, suitable for everyday run. In terms of a price wise as well, it's quite affordable compared to the other Hoka running shoes. So this is very good shoes. Alright, so let me answer some of the queries that some of you asked me about these shoes when I first reviewed about the Rincon 3. The first one is from Mr. Putu Oka. His question was, do you add full size up from your actual foot measure for Rincon 3? Actually, yes, I did. I added about half measure up from my actual foot size for this one, because I do not like the shoes to be very tight. I need to make sure that there is a little bit of room on my toe box, so that if I go for a long distance run, and if let's say along the way my foot gets swollen, if the shoes is too tight, it's gonna be very uncomfortable. So yes, I did add about a half a size more in order to have a comfort when I'm on a long run specifically. Okay, so the next question is from Sam Code. They say it feels flat after 150 miles, 241 kilometers. I'm not too sure about durability after 150 miles. I have so far done about more than 200 kilometers with these shoes, and there is no any issues about any durability. Honestly speaking, if you look into the shoes on the basically from the outer sole, it still looks okay even after running 200 kilometers on this. So for me, I would say it should last longer. Alright, so the next question is from Jacob Rock 7, and he asks, hope the toe box is wider than Rincon 1 and Rincon 2, but the poor durability seems to still be an issue. Honestly, I can't really say much about Rincon 1 because I did not really try that shoes, but Rincon 2, the toe box was quite okay for me. It was not a wider shoes, but for Rincon 3 I still went for the regular cut, but there is a wider cut as well. But if you have any issues about having a wider foot and not sure whether you should go for the Rincon 3, then I would suggest you to check it out, the wider cut on a Rincon 3, so it should be okay. And the next question is from Andrew. Nice shoes. Can you share which other shoes did you consider before buying this one, and why this over the others? Rincon 3 is my second pair of shoes from Hoka. Before buying a Rincon, or before landing into a Hoka brand, I tried New Balance, I tried Adidas, I tried Asics, and even Solomon, and there was one pair of Nike. I bought it, and I ended up buying a Rincon 3. That means after the Rincon 2, Rincon 3 is because I found out the Hoka brand is more suitable for me than other shoes. All other shoes I tried it, and I had to move on to the different type because of either my leg pain, or I started having injuries after wearing a certain type of a shoe. So basically Hoka is suitable for my running. Right, so the next question is from Safik. Hello, how is it holding up on the outsole and midsole of your Rincon 3? How much mileage have you put on them? Hey Safik, so far I feel good about these shoes, and as I mentioned, I ran about a little more than 200 kilometer, and the midsole and the outer, I still don't feel anything wrong about it. It's still holding up well. The outer has slightly worn out a little bit, but with the 200 kilometers, this is really expected. And for the upper, midsole, and the outer sole, it's still looking good. Any other questions? Yeah, that's all about the questions. So yes, that's all about the review after 200 kilometer running on a Rincon 3, and I hope you liked the video. And if you have any other questions, any more questions about these shoes, I will answer your questions. Do feel free to comment down below on the comment box, and if you like this video, give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing more of this kind of reviews, product details, and more videos about the sports health and other stuffs. So do stay tuned, and thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a good day. Bye bye.